let's look at the expected this, but was this. Okay, this is basically because our formatting is not okay. Right? So let's get the formatting. So it's basically a formatting problem. Okay. So again I'm taking the liberty to copy because I don't have too much time to deal with this. Don't worry about this. This is just, I've just made sure to use one of the Java APIs to do some formatting around the zeros and things like that. So now this should just work. Okay, now both are. Okay, now can you now tell me what? Okay, the other tip is, now that we have done this, we have got like 2 positive cases working. The other thing you have to remember is, once you get a simplest test working, you should quickly move into some exception cases. Because what happens otherwise is you write a lot of positive tests, and after like 10 tests, if you write an exception case, you will have to go back and handle all these exceptions in the old tests. Yeah, so very quickly move into exception cases. Okay, so what's the exception case here? Someone? Hello?
Create negative one.
Yeah, that's right. Hello? Normally you can use JUnit 4 where it is much easier to handle these things, but it's useful to try the JUnit 3 because it will tell you how it exactly works. Okay, so what you do is you say this is a, that like we have a catch and the catch is empty. It's not a good thing to do. But that's okay. Can you follow what's happening? Basically, what's happening is when you pass the book, come hit the fail and you will post it, and then the test will fail. So then you know that something is wrong. So if you now run this, you will find that the third test fails. So now you have to handle the mistake. So let's handle it. Money also you have to change things, Show you the extended demo that I wanted to show. So, do you want me to proceed with writing more tests or do you want a discussion?
No, if you proceed like...
But that was for INR, it was default currency. Now we'll send a negative money for euro. Okay? Let's say that we test an upper limit. And the upper limit is, let's say, whatever, 10,000. Okay? So we send 10,000 in bonds. Okay? We are saying that basically this money class will not handle above this. Okay? So in which case, if we run, so we will have 5 tests, the last 2 tests are ready. Okay? Now, we'll bring this to speed up. That I'm writing so many extra tests that fail. So to make the test money limit pass, just to make this one pass, let me comment out this. To make this one pass, you need to put a check here. Okay? And what's the check? if value is less than 0 or less than 10,000. Then it is okay. So now let's run the test money. Test money limit is still failing.
there's a compulsion.
Yeah. I should have spotted that earlier. Test money limit is still failing and test negative money is also failing because our code is wrong. Should it be and? Yeah, it should be and. So we made a mistake in coding, but you catch it very quickly. Now let us just look at the FX money, okay? When you look at the FX money, you get into the same situation. Here, you have to put the same if clause. We're done. Test effects is test money limit is passing and test effects limit is failing. Oh, that's because of typo, sorry. This both are passing. Now if you look at it, money.java, there are two constructors, both have same check. So that is the duplication. There's duplication in the code. So how do we remove the duplication?
Move to a different method.
Sorry?
Move to a different method.
Move to a different method, common method. So that, and this is nothing but refactor. This is also a way to, remember the red, green, clean? This is one clean. Earlier we showed one clean in which we just from two string we returned 3, hard-coded 3. That was also clean. Okay. So this is, we just refactor it. So we just say extract method. There are a lot of refactorings and the extract method is one of the most commonly used one. So you will say set value. Once you say set value, it's a good idea to preview it. You preview it and it looks okay to me and you say okay. Now what has happened, you see, in the constructor, you have a set value and the set value is a private method that has got created because of the refactoring. And then following it, even in the next method, which is a dual parameter for the forex, there also it has, the tool is taken care of. And remember, if you noticed, in both the places, the if condition, the structure was the same, but the variable was different. In the first one, the variable was I, and in the second one, the variable was F. But the tool is, look, it's not super intelligent, it will always not do things wonderfully, but the tool is generally quite intelligent. It can do these things more or less correctly. But we don't know yet because unless we write the test cases. So So, sorry, unless we run the test cases. So now we run the test cases. And yes, they all pass. Okay. That brings me to the end of the demo. So, if you got any quick questions, I'll answer. There's 3 quick questions, okay.
It's not not only test, it's already developed needs.
Yeah.
So if you see here, we're talking about the design here.
Yeah.
The design is something that the code entire components
Design is coming through.
through.
The design is, it is appearing, it's crystallizing. Yeah, that's design. We do start with an idea. We had an empty money class.
Yes.
We do start with. And we haven't done currency checks. If you want to do currency checks, maybe the design will.
Without worrying about the money class.
Not all. Remember, we wrote one test and
yeah. That's correct.
Yeah.
But no, since I'm developing the requirements through test cases, there won't be any money class to query. See, if I do like that, that means I'm developing itself.
Yeah.
If I'm going with this approach,
Yeah.
I'm doing test cases as well as development as well.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there won't be anything for developer to do. Like,
No, this is what a developer does. This is what a developer does. Yeah.
So this is regarding the refactoring.
Yeah.
Suppose I have a scenario where I need to receive some input, convert it, and send it to a third party system. So first in the test I'll write everything. First I'll write everything in the same method, right?
Okay.
Then I have to refactor. While refactoring, I figured out that I need to have a converter class to convert the input. Then I need to have a proxy class to send the input to the third party system. So I need to write the test case whenever I figure out I need a new class for that class. Also, I need to write a test, or the entire thing is covered by the
Actually,
main.
the part we did not show in this demo is this entire thing covering is a part of acceptance test or functional test. So there you will write end to end. We just didn't do it. Look, we have got 45 minutes to explain it and then show a demo.
So my question is,
Yeah.
do we have to still write for the new classes what we are going to refactor?
If they are implementing your functionality, if they are merely passing something and passing there, like a bean, Java beans, you don't write test class. You don't need it. Or if you are having let's say a class that handles connections, then you don't write unit tests for them normally. You will try to figure that out through integration tests or some other kind of test. You will not, and that you will not do in a TDD manner.
So you mean that in the whole project, I mean this is just a single class. In the project we have a lot of interfaces, we have a lot of classes that are interacting with each other.
Yeah.
There we don't follow this approach, or we should not.
No. I've shown a part of the approach.
Because in that case we need a lot of code, mocking of the interfaces, and a lot of things is required. That will increase the sprint time.
Actually, no. So one of the things, I can't convince you in this short demo, but one of the things is TDD is faster than non-TDD. Simply because as you add more code, your tests are always running and you never fall back. Look,
And what about the extra effort the developers are spending on mocking the classes and writing the test cases? And, when there are a lot of classes, a lot of interfaces, and what about that extra effort?
Yeah. That extra effort is actually saved because you are finding bugs much faster.
Okay.
So there are a lot of bugs that are found. So in the slightly longer run, you save that effort by finding those bugs much quicker. And when you have a bug, you run all the tests and you can figure out where the problem is much faster. So you save time that way.
Okay.
Shall we take it offline? Otherwise, he'll never get started. Yeah.
So one last. Can we actually have testers to prepare those test cases in an Excel sheet about the acceptance criteria?
You can do that. Yes.
And then we can ask the developers to build up the unit test cases. Basically. Although testers will have a different set of test cases which they will execute mostly towards the integration part of it.
Yeah.
At the later stage once the code has been deployed. Can we do this approach?
You can do that. But what I'm that's fine. But
rather than specializing developers to find out those test cases which are part of acceptance criteria.
no, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Testers can just directly fill in.
Testers and product owner should.
Like the pair.
Yeah.
And then later the next focus for testers could be the integration part which they can focus on.
And you can continue the questions to JP also.
Right.
No, I'm joking.
I had his very first TDD session 4-5 years back.